we learn how to be lazy from our parents when we're not studying the Bible with them. We have to train our kids on how to read the Bible personally.
Our children do have a tendency to copy our laziness. Do you see that, Natasha, that there is kind of a tendency for us to rely on other people to kind of do the heavy lifting of understanding the Bible for us?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that the statistics bear that out because, and I wish I knew the stats off the top of my head, but it's something like only 40% of Christians, self-professed Christians who attend church regularly, read the Bible at least once a week. That means that most people are not getting their understanding of the Bible on their own from their own reading. They are looking to pastors or authors and speakers and influencers more than they're looking to actually study the Bible. So I absolutely think that's true, and that's a problem because you should, all of us here would say, don't look to me to tell you what's in the Bible. Go read the Bible yourself.
Yes,
we're just trying to be we're trying to be loyal to God's word and saying, go look there and trying to help people think clearly about that. But it's not our message. We're trying to be faithful to God's message and making sure that that is accurately communicated. So, you can follow people on social media and you can look to people in your life. But at the end of the day, you have to be in the Bible yourself. You have to know God's word. And that's just so critically important. And incidentally, I think this is why it's so important for parents to read the Bible directly with their kids. Because if all your kids are getting at home is just whatever you're telling them, and then they go to youth group, and most youth groups don't give them some kind of deep Bible study meat. So they're just being told about what's in the Bible. Maybe they go to a service and then again, they're being told by the pastor, but they're not learning how to actually get into the Bible themselves. So they're not being trained in that. And so, of course, when they go off to college, they're not going to be reading the Bible on their own. They haven't been doing it. What kid who has not grown up in a house where they're reading the Bible with their family is suddenly going to start reading the Bible regularly in college? Very, very few. So this is also why I always tell parents, don't do devotionals. I mean, maybe when your kids are tiny, something like that works because it's got the pictures with it and stuff. Okay. But as your kids start to get even just a little bit older, I mean, you have to just read the Bible with them so they know how the Bible sounds. They understand how to find things in the Bible. It's not just the story that we get out of devotionals. Otherwise, the Bible just becomes a storybook.
Thank you.
Just a collection of stories. So I don't want to get too far from the original point she's bringing up, but I think it's very related because we learn how to be lazy from our parents when we're not studying the Bible with them. We have to train our kids on how to read the Bible personally.
Our children do have a tendency to copy our laziness.
Yeah.
And
they copy the worst of us. I always say they take 80% of the worst and 20% of the best. And that's just what we pass on.
But I think, oh man, I have endorsed this message. Yes, this, because when you and I are in some of the same Facebook groups, and nearly every day I see parents on there asking like, well, what book should I read? What devotional should I get? And I just want to post on every single one of them, just read the Bible. Just have them read the Bible all together as a family, one chapter a day, and discuss it. Like this is the plan. It's just, I completely agree because we get these distilled messages through the lens of somebody else, through a teacher or whatever. Our kids get those messages. And at what point do they ever sit down and read something in context and really have a discussion about it? And so if we're going to raise faithfully different kids, they have to be grounded in the word and have read it for themselves.
But I mean, even this conversation that you guys are having is, I mean, as parents, is so counter Christian cultural. It's not like the way that I've always seen it done. And mind you, I didn't come into church until I was about 16. But since that time, what I've seen done is the devotional method. Even if you buy your kid a Bible, like it can have the devotional in it. And, or, are you sitting down as a family with your devotional? I've heard that preached from the pulpit, like these are the good devotionals for the family, as opposed to, hey, you need to to sit down with your kid and just get into the word and teach them how to read the word. Teach them how to understand the scriptures. Instead of relying on someone else's thoughts, like how do you read the word and understand the word yourself?